Look at that beautiful scene right there. That's just the way you want to wake up. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing? It is the weekend, or the week after SCMM. And I wanted to talk about something a little bit personal with you guys. Being a YouTuber, I try to share a lot of stuff with you guys, and personal stuff sometimes. A lot of it because it helps me to talk about it. And then maybe one of you guys sitting there watching this may be feeling or going through very similar things. And it lets you know that you're not alone. And it lets you know that, you know, us as YouTubers are not excluded from these types of things. And YouTube allows me to kind of, I guess, a little bit of therapy, as you will. Or, I mean, it just gives me an outlet to talk about certain things. And, you know, and hopefully it connects with one of you guys out there and maybe makes a difference. As much as it makes a difference that you guys listen to me when I talk about this stuff. Over the years, for you guys watching, you guys know I've shared some personal shit. Like I've told you some personal shit about my life, and you know, we've gone through things. And this is no different. This year, SCMM was a bit of a somber event for us. It was a way for us to kind of get away for a bit and try to heal a little. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So stick around. So, some of you guys may know, if you guys watch the other guys live at all, every Friday at 7:30, either my channel, Billy's channel, or Backwards Moto, or even Red One's channel from time to time, which he hosted this last one, before SCMM. My mother-in-law, my wife's mother, passed away the weekend before SCMM. I was actually at work, and I got a call from my wife, who told me that her mom passed away. She was actually with her the day before this happened, and the following week, if you guys are at SCMM know, my wife was at a wedding for her sister's nephew, or her nephew, and so it was kind of a bittersweet weekend, from SCMM to her nephew being married and her mom passing away, missing her grandson's wedding. And so it was I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, and so for me, you know, my main concern was my wife and my kids and how they were doing. You know, I had to trying to help them, you know, understand and cope with it. And I've never lost a parent, so I have nothing that I could offer my wife in terms of pain and, you know, what she might be going through, other than being there for her and, you know, trying to give her what she needs and, you know, help her through it. And so SCMM was kind of up in the air. Like, I wasn't even sure that we were gonna go. I basically left it up to her and said, hey, you know, we don't have to go, we can stay home. But I did say I think it would be good to get out and maybe not necessarily be in your head, you know, if that makes sense, and kind of get away from it all. Now, this didn't necessarily affect me, obviously, in the same way it affected her, but it has definitely messed with my head. We've had, it happened to be that she died on the same day that my nephew passed away last year, for those of you guys that know. And it just kind of brought a lot of emotional fucking distress out and made me think a lot about death and about life and how easy it is and how fleeting life is, how quick it is and how short it is. you know, it was difficult for me to talk to my kids about it, to explain yet another death in their short lives, and have to explain it to them, you know. In the past few years, they've seen more than they should have. And so for me, it was kind of, I don't know, it made me think a lot. It made it hard for me to sleep. Anytime I was alone, these thoughts, you know, they just creep into your mind, like these what ifs, you know, and worry about my kids. I mean, and my wife, and like, you know, they're out here driving, and my kids are going to school. Heck, even eating, I'm like, man, they could choke on food, you know, and if I'm not there, if my wife's not there, like, what happens? And all these thoughts are just going in circles in my head. And what if something happens to me? What is my family gonna do? How are they gonna react? You know, the plan, as everyone should have, you know, someone should have a plan. If something happens to you, what does the family do? And our plan was, if something were to happen to me, she would sell the house, she would take whatever money she gets from life insurance and move in with her mom. And that plan just disappeared on top of everything, you know. So all these thoughts are going through my head, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit, I don't know, honestly, I don't know if this is called depression or what. I mean, I don't understand. I've never really, I don't think it is, but it's just been on my mind constantly, and it's been very difficult to just, you know, when I'm alone, when it's quiet, to not feel these things, and just constantly go through these circles in my head about life and death and, you know, what ifs. And it's been a freaking roller coaster. And I don't want to take away from my wife at all. So a lot of this stuff I've just kind of kept to myself. I've just kind of suppressed it in order to be there for my wife, my daughter, and my family. And so this allows me to talk to you guys about it and be upfront about it. And then maybe one of you guys knows exactly what I'm talking about, or is maybe going through something similar to this. And I have to give a big shout out to Backroad Moto, Billy, if you guys know who he is. His latest video where he talks about his life and he draws it out. It was just so inspiring that he shared his story like that. And his ups and his downs and his childhood and the way that he expressed it, I was just absolutely blown away. For lack of a better term, I was just blown away by his ability to share something so close to him, you know. And at the end of the video, he talks about it, and he just kind of leaves it as, hey, you know what, fuckers, I love you guys. And while that wasn't like saying much, it really hit home that no matter what happens in life, you have to keep going, and you got to keep your head up, and you can't control everything. And me and Billy actually had a small conversation. You know, I hit him up afterwards and was like, man, I really loved your video, and I want to give him a big shout out because he even pointed that out more so, you know, that no matter what happens, the ups and downs, the losses, you keep going, you put a smile on your face, and you understand that you can't control everything. And you can't live your life wondering about the what ifs and what have yous, you know. You have to continue and live your life as good as you can be, or as best as you can. And it really, you know, it really hit home. And so I don't know if any of you guys out there are having the same kind of thoughts or going through something very similar, you know. I just want you guys to know you guys aren't alone. You're not the only ones out here. And, you know, people go through this, and it feels like you're always tired. It feels like you're draining, like you can't stop thinking. Like, look at this asshole. Well, sorry. Yeah, so I just want you to know that people are going through the same things, and you're not alone. And even as YouTubers, we go through this. And I just want to thank Billy for that video. I really appreciated it, put it out there like that. And thank you guys for listening. I mean, you guys are awesome. You guys a lot of you guys have been sticking around for a long time, and I really do appreciate it. So, man, if you guys are going through something similar, just know we're all human. We all go through it, and keep your head up, and don't focus on things you can't control. I mean, that's the way I'm taking it. And SCMM video should be coming soon, along with a giveaway video for SCMM. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely leave your comments down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, or whatever time it is you guys are watching this. Peace.